Picture this. It's a Saturday morning. You're still in your PJs. You've got the radio on, and not just background noise, the radio on like it matters, because Casey Kasem's Top 40 Countdown is on, and you do not want to miss it. And you are hovering over the record button and the play button on your tape deck like a hawk, waiting, praying that he stops talking before the first word of the song comes in, because if he doesn't, if Casey Kasem's voice bleeds into that first note of your favorite song, that mixtape is ruined. Your whole Saturday is ruined. Does anyone else remember that? The physical tension of waiting for him to stop talking, or any radio announcer for that matter. Or how about this one? Friday night, you're in the backseat of someone's car, windows down, whatever was on the radio, Bon Jovi, Fleetwood Mac, Queen, it didn't matter. It was loud and you were alive, and nobody was thinking about food. Nobody was thinking about where you were going and what was coming on next on the radio. Or summer, beach, towel on the sand, transistor radio propped up next to you, your friends beside you, and that's it. That was the whole plan. Music and sun and each other, no phones in your pockets, no snacks as the main event, just music. That was our life. Music was our life. And I want to talk about what happened to it and what that actually has to do with why so many of us struggle with food now. I'm Debbie, a holistic nutritionist for 15 years. And what that means is that I look at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. And today, I want to talk about something that I don't think gets nearly enough airtime in the health and nutrition space: joy. Specifically, the kind of joy we used to have on tap as teenagers. The kind that came from music and dancing and being fully alive in our bodies, and what it actually means for our relationship with food when that joy quietly disappears. Because it has a lot to do with it, more than most people realize. I'm Gen X, which means I grew up in what I believe was the greatest era of, well, maybe not music, but greatest era ever. And yes, I will die on that hill. We had the Eagles, AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, David Bowie, Queen, Police, ABBA, Prince, Bon Jovi, the list just goes on and on and on. The Brat Pack movie soundtracks. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry, and I don't know what to tell you. This wasn't background music. This wasn't something we put on while we scrolled on our phones. This was the main event. We took radios to the beach. We blasted music at every party. We drove around on weekend nights specifically to listen to music with the people that we loved. We watched Solid Gold and American Bandstand and Dance Fever on TV, not to judge anyone, not to vote anyone off, just to watch people dance and dance for the pure joy of it. And we danced our asses off. Not at fitness classes, not at exercises, not to burn calories. We danced because a good song came on and your body just went. You didn't decide to dance. The music decided for you. And you know that feeling when We Will Rock You comes on? Stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. It doesn't matter if you like Queen. It doesn't matter if you've heard it 1,000 times. Your body just does it. That's not a choice. It's biology. That's your nervous system responding to rhythm the way that humans have responded to rhythm for thousands of years. We did that instinctively all the time, every weekend, and we never once thought of it as anything other than having fun. And here's what I want you to understand about what was going on in your body during all of that. When you hear a song you love, especially one from your past, it releases dopamine, that feel-good chemical, the reward chemical, the same one that gets triggered by food, by connection, by accomplishment. And the songs that we heard as teenagers get tied to your identity and your memories in a way that nothing else replicates. That's why hearing The Chain by Fleetwood Mac in the grocery store takes you back in time. It stops you dead in your tracks, and you're right back there in the 80s for about 4 seconds flat. And that's not just nostalgia. That's your brain doing something extraordinary. And when you add movement to it, when you actually dance, Now that you've got all your feel-good chemicals flooding your system at the same time, your heart rate is up, your nervous system is shifting out of stress mode, and every part of you is being reminded that it is alive. We were dopamine-rich as teenagers. Music fed us. Movement fed us. Connection fed us. Our reward systems were being topped up constantly. Every Friday night, every beach day, every party, every drive with the windows down, and very rarely was food involved in any of it in a meaningful way. We might have met up at McDonald's as the meeting place, and we might have had a snack, but food wasn't the event. Joy was the event, and food was an afterthought. So what happened? Life happened. That's what happened. We got responsibilities, jobs, kids, mortgages, aging parents, the kind of stress that just doesn't turn off at the end of the day. And somewhere in there, the music, it got quieter. The dancing stopped. Friday nights stopped being about joy and started being about survival, getting through the week, getting dinner on the table, getting kids to bed so you could finally sit down. And here's the thing that nobody told us. When you lose your main source of joy and reward, when you stop feeding your brain the good stuff, your brain doesn't just accept the loss, it goes looking for something else. Ultra-processed food is the easiest substitute on the planet. It's engineered to hit your reward system fast and hard. It's available everywhere all the time. It doesn't require you to do anything except eat it. And for about 4 minutes, you feel better. And then you feel worse. And then you eat more. And it becomes a cycle that has nothing to do with willpower and everything to do with the fact that your brain is desperately trying to fill a gap that used to be filled by music and movement and the people you loved. I'm not saying food is a villain here. I'm saying that a lot of the mindless eating, the emotional eating, the eating out of boredom or loneliness is your brain going, I need something. I need to feel something. Give me the dopamine. That's your brain. That's what it's saying to you. And the answer isn't to restrict harder. The answer is to look at what else might be missing. So I want to tell you about something that happens to me every single time I'm at a wedding. It doesn't matter how tired I am. It doesn't matter how stressful the week has been. Once the music starts, and I mean the right music, our music, I am on that dance floor, and when I'm dancing, I feel fucking amazing. Not just happy, amazing. Like some version of myself that I forgot existed just showed back up. And it's not just me. Watch what happens at any wedding when the DJ puts on a song from the 70s or 80s. Watch the Gen X women. We come alive. Suddenly, nobody's worried about their knees or how they look or whether they're tired. We're just there, fully there in our bodies, feeling every damn thing. And that feeling, it isn't a fluke. It's not just the wine. It's your biology remembering something it already knew. That's your nervous system going, this. That's what it is supposed to feel like. Pink said it perfectly in one of her newest songs. She's never going to throw away her dancing shoes. You can take everything else, not those. And neither should you. And trust me, you don't want to hear me sing that long. Here's what I want you to sit with. You were not a different person back then. Your brain hasn't changed. Your body hasn't changed. Not in the ways that matter here, anyway. What changed is that you stopped feeding yourself joy, not food, joy. You stopped dancing. You stopped blasting music in the car at full volume just because it felt good. You stopped letting yourself be moved, literally moved by a song. And your brain, trying to cope, turned to the next available thing. This is not a diet problem. It's not a willpower problem. This is a joy problem. And you can start fixing it right now for free. Go put on a song you loved at 17 or 16 or whatever today, right now, in your kitchen, while you're making dinner, in the car, on the way to work. Blast it, sing it, dance if nobody's watching. And honestly, dance even if they are. Notice what happens in your body. Notice what happens to your mood. Notice whether you're still thinking about food or not. I think you'll surprise yourself. Because that joy, that aliveness, it didn't go anywhere. It's been waiting for you to turn the music back on. If this hit you somewhere, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments, what's the one song that takes you straight back? I want to know. I'll go first. Hotel California, windows down, summer, every single time. This is no BS nutrition advice. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.